Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a super quick and easy tutorial for you on how to get some big bushy brows that look natural. It's very quick, very simple, and it's using a couple of products that you can really just choose whatever you prefer to use. So if you would like to know how to get yourself some big bushy brows, then keep on watching. So for this look, you will need a few simple products. The first one is obviously a brow product of your choice. Everyone is different. I prefer a defining wax or a pomade. I find it gives me the best hair-like looking strokes. I'm not a huge fan of powders. I don't like to do the whole like shape my brow, fill it in. I like to keep mine a little more natural and undone, but each to their own. You can use whatever you prefer. This is the Ecobrow defining wax in the shade Penelope. This is a really good medium sort of brunette shade. I think it's probably their most popular one as well because it is quite neutral. It's not too dark, not too light, and it's not orange either, which is good. So I'll be using this today. To keep your brows in place and to sort of give that fuller effect, I like to go in with a brow gel. I have just run out of my Jane Iredale tinted brow gel. I do have a drugstore product here. This is the Australis Extender Lash and Brow Gel. This is not a natural or organic product. However, it is cruelty-free and their line is vegan as well, I believe. So if you're looking for something a little more affordable that is also cruelty-free, you can try something like this. And then I have some tools as well. So I have a spoolie brush here, which is essential when you're doing your brows. And I also have a really slim angled brush to get those hair-like strokes. Before I start the tutorial, I wanted to quickly mention maybe 3 tips regarding shaping your brows. If you have really nice brows as it is, then you will need to do minimal work when you're filling them in, which is so much easier than starting from scratch and creating a whole new brow shape. One of the biggest issues I see with people shaping their brows incorrectly is by following the rule that you should start your brow by following the outer edge of your nose here. That is not correct. And the reason being is we all have different shaped noses. Even my nose is not that small and petite. So if I followed mine, my brow wouldn't start until out here. So I'd be missing from there to there, which is quite a bit. If I had a wide nose, say my nose started out here, I'd be missing that first sort of third of my brow and it just would look weird. So I know everyone has their opinion, but I'm sorry, that is so wrong. Please do not follow that rule. I would just go with whatever looks natural. So just start tweezing. You know, you don't want a monobrow, or maybe you do, each to their own. My second tip is to just follow the natural curve of your brow under here. You don't need to tweeze everything away until you get that perfect line, and you may want to do that, but for this type of look, if you do like that full undone bushy sort of brow, you do want to keep a few little sparse sort of hairs. It doesn't have to be perfect. And my third tip is to never ever take any brow hairs from the top here. I'm not talking about these fuzzy little ones out here that are sort of strays and they come out towards your hairline. But if you start playing with this top arch here on the top edge of your brow, it's really going to mess with the shape of your brow. And your brows are on your face for a reason, and I just think it's so important to follow the natural growth of your brow hairs. Now that I've gone over that, I'm going to zoom you in and get started. This is such an easy and quick tutorial because it is so undone and bushy. So let's get started. So what you want to do first is just give your brows a little groom. So just push the hairs in the direction that you would like them to go. So you can see, because I have shaped my brows quite well and I've let them grow, I don't have a lot of work to do in regards to filling them in. But to get that like bushy sort of effect, there's a couple of really quick ways you can do that. So first of all, you want to make sure that your brow is filled in any direction that it could go. You might be out for the day and find that you get home and your brows are sort of, you know, come down here, or they're sort of, the wind has blown them sideways or something like that. You want to make sure that no matter which way your brow goes, it will look like it's filled in. So I'm going to start out by pushing my brow hairs down, and I'm going to start working on filling in these sparse areas here. So I'm taking my Ecobrow and the angled brush and just tapping that onto the product. So basically you just want to go in the direction of your hair. So I'm just starting out with some hair-like strokes up the top here where we're a little bit sparse, and also bringing it out on the side here just to get a little more shape happening and a little more fullness in this top part here. And then whatever's left, I sort of bring in towards the front of my brow here. So once I've done that, I will just give it a little brush through again. The trick with natural looking brows is to make sure that you're constantly brushing it through, because you don't want any build-up of too much product in one area, because you can really see where the product stops and starts. So now that I'm happy with that top part of my brow, I'm going to go back in and push my brows up, and I'm going to work on these sparse areas under here where I want to fill them in. So same thing again, just those hair-like strokes. Everyone's brows are different, but I find I focus on this part of my brow here to begin with because this is where I'm most sparse. So now I'm taking a smaller amount of product and I'm just going to start building up underneath this front area of my brow and then flicking this midsection up here. This is where you want the least amount of product for it to look the most natural. So now that I've done that, I'm just going to run my spoolie back through. Now I'm just going back in underneath this part here because I still need to build that up a little bit more. So you can shape your brows like as in pushing them up or down or sideways, however you think works best for you. You can, if you want something a little softer, you can sort of bring the brush across and it's a little more shaped, or you can push them up for that editorial sort of look. So I'm quite happy with that now. You can see that it's just a fuller version of my natural brow. I still like my brows to look a little bit sparse. I don't like it to be one block of color. That's my preference. Everyone's different. Now I'm taking the Australis Extender Lash and Brow Gel. So I'm starting out with the most product in this midsection here. And you don't want to go in too hard because you don't want to take a lot of the product away that you've just applied. And then whatever's left, I just go back in to the front. So you can see what a big difference that has made. Look at this. Look at this underperforming brow. Brows have such a big effect on how your face looks as a whole, how your shape, the shape of your face looks, and you can see right there what a difference that's made. So that is how I like to quickly get big bushy brows using a couple of simple products. I really hope that you found today's tutorial helpful. I would love to hear in the comments down below how you like to do your brows, if you like undone natural sort of brows or if you like them defined, and also if you have any amazing brow products that you cannot live without. I would also love to hear from you down below with those products. Thanks so much for watching today. If you did find it helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and also hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on my future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.